Good afternoon and welcome to News Around Africa with me, Esther Wilson. The recoveries of 4 nurses who were being treated at a hospital in Bunia has brought hope that the response to the outbreak was beginning to bear fruit. The World Health Organization said on Sunday that 5 people in total have recovered from the disease and discharged. The number of confirmed Ebola cases in Congo jumped to 282 after 19 new positive test results were recorded, according to data from the Communications Ministry. The Africa Center for Disease Control and Prevention said that there have been 246 suspected deaths from the virus, with more than 1,100 suspected cases under investigation. The outbreak was declared on May 15 in Ituri, in the northeast DR Congo. It has since been detected in 3 provinces and in Uganda. Millions of Ethiopians headed to the polls on Monday in legislative elections expected to extend Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's rule, as opposition parties and analysts raised concerns about political freedoms, ongoing conflicts, and the competitiveness of the votes. Polling stations opened at 6 a.m. local time across Ethiopia, with long queues forming outside voting centers as citizens cast ballots to elect more than 500 members of the House of Representatives. In the capital, Addis Ababa, voters arrived before sunrise, demonstrating strong turnout despite heightened security measures and a visible military presence around some polling stations. "This is my first time voting. The election is good, it is fair," said voter Bisrat Ketema. "I have voted for the party I believe will benefit this country." Another voter, Tesfaye Estetu, said many residents arrived early to support the political groups they believe could improve their lives and address national challenges. Hundreds of youths in Kenya's central town of Nanyuki on Monday demonstrated against the establishment at a Laikipia airbase of an Ebola quarantine center for American citizens exposed to the virus. The protest came 2 days after Kenya's High Court suspended the establishment of the facility and the arrival of any foreign patients pending the hearing of a case filed by the Law Society of Kenya and a constitutional watchdog. The 2 organizations cited Kenya's fragile health system as the reason why foreign Ebola patients should not be quarantined in the country. U.S. officials said on Thursday that the United States was planning to send Americans exposed to Ebola while abroad to a new facility in Kenya instead of flying them home. The officials spoke on condition of anonymity to discuss the administration's plans. They said the facility will be at Laikipia Air Base and will be operational with 50 quarantine beds by Friday. On Monday, hundreds of youths marched to the gates of the airbase, chanting anti-Ebola slogans. Health Minister Aden Duale on Sunday said the quarantine center was for everyone and not exclusively for U.S. nationals. The U.S. government intends to commit $13.5 million toward Kenya's Ebola preparedness efforts, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said in a statement. Local leaders, including Laikipia Governor Joshua Irungu, had told journalists that they were opposed to the establishment of an Ebola quarantine center. "This will expose our people to Ebola," he said, and adding that many locals work inside the airbase and could be exposed. Kenya has not recorded Ebola cases, but neighboring Uganda has reported 9 close to its border with Congo. At least 282 confirmed cases have been reported in Congo, with over 1,000 suspected cases of the Bundibugyo virus, the current species of Ebola, which has no approved treatment or vaccine. That's all we have time for on this edition of News Around Africa by Magic TV with me, Esther Wilson.